Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. I am King Pigley. This is Gaming Imperfectly, and we are back with Tom Clancy's The Division 2. And Dad McDad 2.0 is looking ever vivacious and ruggedly handsome as always with his green hair. And speaking of green hair, if you haven't noticed the motif here, guys, happy St. Patrick's Day to you. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having a great day. I'm doing a great day. Or should I call it St. Me Day, as I've convinced my children, because, you know, King Pigley's real name is, of course, Patrick. But, yes, absolutely. I hope you guys are having a just terrific, just Jesus, Mary, and Joseph fantastic kind of St. Patrick's Day. I am having a great St. Patrick's Day. I can't complain at all. But one thing that I really want to thank everybody for, all right, before we get into this too far, is 400 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. And as planned, we are going to do a 400 subscriber special Q&A. I usually am very hesitant about that because right now, you know, we're talking about doing that 400 special Q&A. We're at, I think, as of this video, 403. But if 3 people suddenly decide they don't like my content, I could be in a lot of trouble. So it would kind of make me look like a jackass. And I already am, you know, to the highest order. So I don't need any help there, you know. So I've been holding off on doing the Q&A, but I got good news for you folks. We're not holding off anymore. We're not going to be paranoid and say, hey, you know what, we're going to lose subscribers. We're not going to be negative Nancy's, negative Nellies. We're just going to go ahead and do that 400 Q&A. And guess what? We're going to do it today while we play Division. Guys, how many things can I do? Can I keep up stunning and stellar commentary, kick-ass gameplay, and answer you guys' questions all at the same time? Well, by golly, we're going to find out today, guys. How much can King Pigley do? I don't know. We're going to find out. I tell you what, though, if you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope you like it, and I hope you like these questions. I'm sorry you guys didn't get to contribute, but if you're new to the channel, then you're just finding out who I am. So sit back, relax. Says side mission. Side mission.
I wish to demonstrate my gratitude to you.
Oh, a new one just popped up. Ooh, well, it gives us something else to do while we're up here. All right, so the first question, let's go ahead and jump into this Q&A while we play, guys. First question actually comes from 2 different channels. These guys both asked me the same question, and the channels are Swollen Eye Games and Random Last Stand. Both those are awesome channels. You guys should certainly go check them out. Swollen Eye Games and Random Last Stand both asked what inspired me to come to YouTube, to do YouTube. Why do I do YouTube? Very simple. I am a big fan of YouTube. I've watched a lot of YouTube for a long time now. And one of the people from YouTube that has inspired me to do YouTube, of course, was Markiplier. I watched Markiplier for quite some time now. I remember when, you know, he was a baby-applier, you know, as I like to say, you know, before he became super and uber duper famous. Why am I stuck? There. You know, when he was still sitting at home in college, just starting to make videos, and I've watched the guy grow, and it really has inspired me to become a YouTuber. But my biggest inspiration is my family. Absolutely no doubt about it. My wife and my kids inspire me to make these videos, to grind it out on days where I don't feel like it, when you know the world's kind of coming down around me, and I feel like crap, and just generally don't want to be doing anything, much less making videos. My wife really pushes me forward, and you know, anytime I tell my children that I've gotten more subscribers, their eyes just light up. You know, they are just they think it's the coolest thing in the world, and it is. It is absolutely the coolest thing in the world. You guys are the coolest people in the world. When I told them we were at 400 subscribers, they squealed with delight, guys. It just made their day, and that in turn, as a father, absolutely makes my day. You know, to see the light in their eyes, the love, just the joy, the sheer joy of their dad doing YouTube, getting subscribers, because it also lets them know that if they work hard, that they can do anything as well too. You know, seeing growth and seeing the positivity behind me doing YouTube and succeeding. You know, getting the subscribers, making content that people are enjoying, which is beautiful and wonderful, man. I mean, it's a great feeling, guys. My children and my wife, it reflects in my daily life, and that's what inspires me, absolutely. But that's another reason I'm grateful to you guys, because without you guys, I wouldn't be doing that and doing any of this. Okay, we are getting in a very bad situation.
Progress halted.
Progress halted, they said. No shit. Back off, you devilish concubine of Satan. Devilish, that's kind of redundant, isn't it? I got to come up with better material on the fly, you know what it is? Okay, so next question comes from XP King. All right, that's all the way from across the sea, across the pond. And XP King asked me, well, it's a two-part question. The first thing he asked me is, why am I such an awesome guy? And then he asked me what my favorite meal was. Well, one, XP King, is that I'm not awesome, you are, sir, and that's just the way it is. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I'm not an awesome guy. I just believe, well, thank you for thinking so. I should say it that way. You know, we all, I guess, sometimes have a hard time accepting compliments from people. Thank you very much. I'm glad that you think I'm an awesome guy, and I try to be an awesome guy. That is for sure. Doesn't always work out in my favor, but I do give it the college try whenever I can. And I guess I succeeded most of the time at doing that, and I like to think that the reason I try to do that is because I know how I like to be treated, and I try to treat people the same. That's, I guess that's where the awesomeness comes from, I guess. I don't know. My favorite meal, I love smoked sausage and mashed potatoes and lima beans, all mixed together in one big bowl. That is absolutely delicious. I know it doesn't sound very appetizing or very good, but it most certainly is to me. It's my favorite thing in the world. I love it. Eat it day in and day out if I could. Okay, so we did that mission, but there you go. Thank you so much for your question there, XP Gaming, and also to Swollen Eye Games and Random Last Stand. If you guys haven't checked these guys out, go check their channels out. It's worthwhile. Now, next comes from Wicked Sisters Gaming, another fantastical, wonderful channel. We got to go over here and do this. They asked me if I could choose one game that I could play for the rest of my life, what game would it be and why? Very, very easy question for me to answer right there. It would be The Last of Us. Hands down, no questions asked. Why? I never get tired of playing it. Two, there are very, very few games that really touch my heart and really get me deep down and get me emotional. Very, very few have storylines that are like that. And The Last of Us is absolutely one of those. No questions asked. I can watch The Last of Us or play The Last of Us 1,000 times. Oh, I bet the big ones. Well, I guess so much for kicking ass and answering questions. But it does. It touches my heart. The only other game that really I feel like gets me emotional or really gives me the feels, guys, is Valiant Hearts. But I wouldn't want to play Valiant Hearts over and over and over again. And I have played The Last of Us over and over and over again. So certainly The Last of Us, that final answer. Thank you for your question, Wicked Sisters Gaming. If you haven't checked these two ladies out, go to their channel, Wicked Sisters Gaming. Great channel. You will not be disappointed. Next question comes from Green Plantain. Green Plantain, I was actually kind of disappointed with Green Plantain's question. I've seen other Q&As, and Green Plantain has popped up and asked some very colorful questions. Just recently, a YouTuber named Sarcasm did a Q&A for, I believe, his 100 sub special. And Green Plantain asked him, if you were a serial killer, what body part would you keep for a trophy? Fantastic. Morbid, absolutely. A little twisted, sure. But boy, that would really take some thought to answer, and it did for Sarcasm, you know. But he asked me completely off the other direction. Was a very mundane question, but still a good question, guys. Still a good question. Green Plantain asked, What is the most unbelievable thing that has ever happened to me without somebody seeing, without somebody being there to see it? Well, that's a very hard question to answer, actually. It's a very complicated question because there's lots of crazy stuff that's happened to me, but there have been people around to see it. And the only thing that really comes to mind was a particular incident where I got hit by a car in San Diego. I had just gotten out of the military. Everybody that I knew in San Diego was still in the military, and they had actually went out to sea. They were no longer in San Diego. You know, they were out and gone. So I was there basically by myself in San Diego. But I got a job and I started working, and I got off of work one night, and I stopped by a Food Lion, a grocery store, to buy some groceries. You know, because I was eating dinner. You know, I was buying for the night. You know, I didn't really want to stock up my my refrigerator for food for weeks. You know, it's not how I grocery shop. When you're single, you're a bachelor, you're living in an apartment by yourself kind of thing. You know, having a ton of food just isn't necessary. So, come on, man, I am stinking, guys. So I shopped every night when I got off work for dinner, and this particular incident, man, I'm gonna have to change the settings. There. Holy smokes. So I got my groceries. I was walking out to the parking lot, and there was a big Suburban, you know, and I went walking behind the Suburban. And you can't see, and, you know, unless you're Shaquille O'Neal, you just can't be seen when you're behind a Suburban. You know, it doesn't matter how big of a guy you are. Your head just doesn't clear the top of it. Those are big vehicles, you know. And I came out the other side of it walking, and there was a lady cutting through the parking lot. She was doing about 25 miles per hour. She wasn't going up and down the lane. She was cutting through the parking lot. And wham! She hit me, and I rolled up on the hood, and I rolled over the top of the car, and I fell off, and I hit my head on the asphalt. It did not feel good, guys. It was a very painful experience for King Pigley. Hilarious, mind you. All right, King Pigley bounces. Who knew? I'm also nigh indestructible, come to find out, but it still is painful, indestructible as I may be. You know, when my head bounced off the pavement, you know, she slams on the brakes, she gets out of the car, she's screaming, oh my God, are you okay? Just lay still, asking me to lay in the parking lot. And I look at her and say, lady, you've already hit me with your car, all right? If I lay down right now on the asphalt, somebody's going to use me as a speed bump. I mean, somebody's just going to run my ass over, and that's going to be the end of it. So, no, I will not be laying down, you know, resting on the asphalt. But I did sit on the edge of her car until the police showed up and the ambulance, and I didn't go to the hospital. They said I should, but I said, no, I'm going home. And they said, okay, just don't go to sleep. And I said, no problem. And the first thing I did was, when I went home, was go straight to bed. Fantastic. And I lived, though. I lived to tell the tale. But I don't know if that really counts, guys, because, you know, the old lady was there to see me, and then the police showed up. But the actual event, it was just her and I, you know, and, you know, I don't know what was going through her head when I stepped out and she was there, but it happened. So there you go. Thank you for your question, Green Plantain. Great artist, very talented young man. Go to his channel and check him out, guys. All right, Physics Gaming. Ask me pizza or burgers. Normally burgers there, Physics. I'm a burger kind of guy. However, there is one pizza place in Asheville, North Carolina, which is where I'm pretty much from. I grew up near there. In a small town called Silva. But in Asheville, there is a pizza place called Marco's Pizza. And it is the most goddamn delicious pizza known to mankind. And if I could, you know what? I just love it. I want to wrap up in it. I want to use it as a blanket. I want to marry it and run off and have its children. I mean, it's delicious pizza. Best pizza I've ever had in my life. And absolutely, positively, hands down, if it's that pizza we're talking about, then pizza. But most of the time, since I can't get that pizza and I live in Kentucky now, that's not in the cards for me currently. So we are Where are we going? Where are we trying to get to? Everything's gone. We're going to this new mission. Good Lord, I'm just running in circles. Trying to answer this question. So there you go, physics. Pizza or burgers? Most of the time burgers, unless it's Marco Pizza. And then pizza only for Marco's. But any other day of the week, burger. All right, let's see what's next here, guys. We got Rare in America. Rare in America says, have you ever thought or considered doing more effects in your videos? Well, Rare in America, great channel as well. Guys, go check them out. And great question. No, I'm pretty old school guy. You know what? It's not that I don't care to do more things in my channel, on my channel. More effects and more... special stuff and getting jiggy with it and the flashing lights and all the stuff. Sure, I'm down with that, guys. I don't have a problem with any of that. Have I thought about doing it? Absolutely. The reason I don't do it, not just because I'm old school, guys. The reason I don't do it is because I don't know how. I'm still learning a lot about technology and a lot about computers. And as of right now, I still do not know how to do all that editing stuff. So the reason that King Piggly doesn't use all the graphics and the effects and all the stuff is, generally speaking, because I'm ignorant of how to do it. But I'm learning. And it's important that I do learn because the channel is growing and I want to create better content for you guys like you, Rare in America. So thank you for your question. Yes, I have thought about it to answer your question, and we will be doing it in the future as time rolls along here on Gaming Imperfectly. Next question comes from Obscure Train. Obscure Train wants to know, how long did I want to start a YouTube channel before I did? Very good question, Obscure. If you haven't checked out Obscure Train's channel, go right ahead and do that. Okay, guys? I guess it took about a year. I know I had been contemplating for a very long time starting YouTube. Like I said, I was watching Markiplier for a while and kind of doing that thing. Oh, shit, I'm going to die again, guys. And then I decided, what the hell, one day I said, you know what, I'm just going to go for it. And lo and behold, I did. And here we are. I started in April of 2018. And then I did my thing until August. And then in August, I moved, and then I got extremely sick and went to the hospital. And I quit doing YouTube for the better part of 5 months. And then we started back at the end of January. And here we are, guys. There you go. So I would say, though, to answer your question there, Obscure, how long did it take me to, from thought to conceptualizing to reality? I would say about a year was probably the deal, a year. Thank you for your question. And next, we go to Savage Nation. Savage Nation asked me, do I find it hard to find non-copyrighted music for my videos? Absolutely, positively, fantastic question. Yes, I do. Again, not only do I not have music in my videos and things such as that, guys, I also do not have music in my videos because it is extremely hard to find good music that you want to use that's not copyrighted. So yes, absolutely. Savage, great question. If you haven't been to Savage Nation's channel, go check him out. Great channel. I know I'm saying that about all these channels, but all these channels are great channels. These are channels that I also watch. I go and watch their content on a regular basis. At least once a week, I go and check these guys out, and you should as well. So, and girls, sorry, Wicked Sisters, and ladies. All right, next comes from Ghidra Gaming. Go check out Ghidra. You won't be disappointed there. How was I introduced to gaming, and what is my favorite aspect of gaming? Ooh, what a very good question. That's a great question. I was introduced to gaming by just life in general. Growing up, in the time period I grew up in, we did a lot of Chuck E. Cheese's and Showbiz Pizza. I'm not sure if any of you guys know what that is or, anything like that. But it was a place to go and play video games. Shit, where's he at? Take cover, oh, take cover, dear sweet cover. But yeah, you go there and you get tokens and you play video games. You play Gauntlet and Star Wars and just, I mean, pinball and, I mean, all kinds of, you know, arcade games. Wonderful, wonderful experience, a wonderful time of my life. I grew up in a really rough household. You know, I've gone briefly into that in some of my other videos. I didn't have a stellar childhood, and gaming was an escape for me. So my favorite aspect of gaming is absolutely that. It's stress relief, and it is also a wonderful way for me to get away from the world. Just escape for a while. Go live in another world. A world with dragons or zombies, you know, or a world where, you know, civilization has collapsed and all that's left is Dad McDad and death staring me in the face constantly. Oh, my shit. Oh, it was too many of them, guys. It was too many of them. I couldn't. I was fighting the good fight, but that was the end of Dad McDad. Let's try this again, guys, while we're still answering. So, Ghidra, to answer your question, I was introduced by gaming through just the time period I grew up. I started playing arcade, and then I played Oregon Trail. Actually, I think that was probably the first game I ever played was Oregon Trail on a computer, when computers still had floppy disk and were big green letters across the screen, and everything was green. The graphics were green, and a long time ago. And then I got an Atari, you know, it had a joystick and a button. And I ruled the world with a joystick and a button. Played Pitfall and Asteroid, Centipede and Frogger and Joust and Missile Commander or a Missile Command and I don't even know, guys. I mean, just a lot of stuff. I played Atari religiously, and then we graduated in the '80s, obviously, to the very first Nintendo, and my life changed forever, Ghidra. So there you go. To answer that question, I was just introduced to gaming through life and going places and just being a kid, I guess, in the 80s and you know, early 80s. I was born in the 70s, guys. So it's been a long road. But yeah, and my favorite aspect is just it's a great way for people to get away, to de-stress and just relax and to slip away into another world. And that's what I love about gaming. So thank you for your question, Ghidra. Guys, go check out Ghidra Gaming. Great channel. You won't be disappointed. And then I think the last question comes from Ans Chan. All right, Ans Chan, which I'm sure is Andy's channel or Andrew's channel. Ans Chan, ANDSCHAN. Ans Chan. Asked me, Call of Duty or Battlefield? Well, that's a very good question as well. If I really had to say anything, I would go all the way back to the first PlayStation and Medal of Honor. I think Medal of Honor and Call of Duty are close cousins, and that Medal of Honor lost out to Call of Duty. But if I only had to choose between Call of Duty or Battlefield, I would say Call of Duty. No questions asked. I think Call of Duty has generally, for my liking, better gameplay. I think that they've had far more... Now, and I could be wrong. I mean, don't get me wrong, guys. This is just my personal opinion. But I think that they've had more expansions, you know, like you know, Call of Duty Modern, Black Ops, you know. I mean, they've you know, there's just been more Call of Duties overall. It's existed for a longer period of time, and I think it's kind of like the granddaddy, you know what I mean, or at least that really mean drunk uncle. So I would go with Call of Duty. There you go. So that's it, guys. That's all the questions for the 400 sub special. Thank you for everybody that reached out and had the questions. I appreciate you guys for interacting. I do. I appreciate you guys for taking the time to come up with those questions and to ask me. And more importantly, thank you so much, guys. Again, we hit 400 subs. Can you believe it? St. Patrick's Day. It's the luck of the Irish, right? It shows you right there. I'm just a lucky guy is what it is. You know why I'm lucky? Because I have the best viewers on YouTube. Hey, we found some sunglasses. We already have sunglasses. We've been over that. Okay, so where are we going to go? We're going to try to go back to this control point again. We got to take that control point, guys, and do that mission. We got to at least take the control point. But now that I'm done answering questions, I think we can do it. I think we can. All right, we're going to go one block up and over and go kick some ass. These guys got away with it because obviously I just could not do all of the above. I couldn't play games and keep up interesting commentary and answer questions all at once. Apparently, there's only so much that King Pigley can do. Who knew? I mean, here I was thinking I was limitless. It's not true at all. All right. So we got everything going on. And I hope you guys are doing great today, by the way. No matter what time it may be in the world, where you are in the world, thank you for being here. And I hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic. If I haven't already said that, I get a little confused sometimes, guys. There's so much going on. We're jigging, we're jiving, we're living, we're living, we're doing everything we can. And answering questions and crazy stuff. And eventually I just kind of lose track of all of what I'm doing. Guys, lose some tracks here. You know what? Let's go up here. Let's see what's up here. Whoa, an elevated position's what's up here. Look at that, guys. Nice. Oh man, they're not gonna like this. Where'd he go? I see him. Man, was I breaking glass? Holy crap. Well, you would think there would be no more glass left after that. That's ridiculous. Come on, Division 2. You're dropping the ball. Oh, get down, you moron. I'm gonna call for help. Help, help, I'm being repressed. The call of modern society. Man, oh man. And you know what, guys? I want to take just a brief second to say that, you know, the terrorist attack, because that's what it was. The terrorist attack in New Zealand. There's no other way to call it. When a person behaves that way, when he walks into a place of worship, and regardless of the religion, I don't give a crap. What, you know, you could worship the flying spaghetti monster for all I give a shit. I don't care. Your personal belief structures are totally your business. It has no bearing on my life whatsoever. And, you know, as long as you're not intruding on my personal freedoms, have at it. I don't care what you do. As long as you're not hurting my kids, my wife, or bothering me directly with some sort of crazy... You know what? I gotta change my settings, guys. I'll tell you what I'm doing. I changed my settings the other day, and that's what's happening. That's what's going on. Anyway, New Zealand, our heart goes out to you guys. You know, all the gamers that are there and everything. You know, the Rhubarbarian, guys. If you don't know this guy's channel, he's from New Zealand. He's a great guy. The rhubarb, as in the plant rhubarb, Rhubarbarian. Go check out his channel. Show that guy some love. You know, but I feel extremely bad for the folks in New Zealand right now. What a horrible thing. And for that douchebag, you know, I'm not a big fan of PewDiePie, to be completely honest. He's just not my thing. Never has been. I respect him, but he's just not my cup of tea. I do not subscribe to PewDiePie. Call me what you will, you know. But for that guy to say, you know, subscribe to PewDiePie and then go out and kill a bunch of people and film it, you know, what is wrong with people, man? You know, it's beyond me. It's absolutely beyond me. So I just wanted to say, you know, my heart goes out to you guys. It really does. I just couldn't imagine, you know, your loved one goes to temple or mosque or church to pray, to fellowship in a way they deem fit for themselves, which we all have the right to do. And for some just waste of space of human being to come in and to take their lives, it's just absolutely atrocious. Everybody has the right to life, you know, and nobody should impede on others' rights to live, in my personal opinion. And that's just, I just wanted to speak out about that for a second, guys. But as we're wrapping that up, let's go kill some hyenas. At the same token, there are other people that absolutely, that's what we need to do, is change our settings real quick. Go to settings, and we need to go down to... Controls. All right, so this was it. See, I had parkour mode on. Don't turn that on, guys. That's terrible. That makes it automatic when you go up to things that he will jump up on them. And what was happening in that fight, instead of him taking cover when I was looking for cover, he would jump up on top of it and caused me to have a horrible death. Twice, in fact. We're going to blame it on that. We're not going to take Pooch. Hey there, friend. Take responsibility for our own actions. That's ridiculous. So far away. Nice. Take this control point. Taking the control point. We're gonna do it. You're always gonna win. Yeah, not so tough now. Not so tough now. Get shot in the back. I kind of wish my dudes would do something. You know, I'm feeling like really kind of like they're worthless right now. You know, waste of space. Throw that out there. Hod's gonna do his business.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
Heavily armored hostile detected. All right, guys, we got this. We can do it. Let's hear it. King Pigley, go. Go, King Pigley. That is the worst. I cannot wait to change out our skill, because that is the worst skill ever. It's probably the best. I just don't know how to use it, but I'm not happy with it, so that's what matters. What, he's way down there? Well, at least he's way down there.
Watch it go down.
Worst shot ever. Couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. All my dudes are charging up there, though. Dude is in trouble.
I hit that one.
Throw a grenade out at him. He's gonna stay in cover. Let's do that. There we go. All right, guys, we did it. We took the control point. Let's wrap it up. Let's no, wait, I forgot. We got to defend the control point. Now that we've taken the control point, we have to defend it from who? Hyenas, because they come immediately back and try to take it back from me. But little do they know, they don't stand a chance. Jeez Louise, guys. Jeez and Louise. Louise of G's. You know what? I've had enough of this nonsense. You know, and I'll tell you what. One thing that's really kind of chapped the old anus here lately is, oh crap. Dude. Hold on, guys. I'll finish that sentence in a second.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
I'll bring you back to life. Shot the captain, the officer. We can't have that. The officer. I sound drunk. The officer. Top of the morning to you, officer. Oh, I was on my way to see Father O'Flannery. If you don't mind, I'll be on my way before my voice gets any higher. Oh, die, you wretched lowlife. Good Lord, have mercy on me. I came out here at the wrong time. I got a feeling. Die, embrace. Back in the store. All right. Oof. Oh, I caught that grenade right with my teeth. Crap. No, I am enjoying this game, but man, I think everybody and their grandma can see this game for what it is, which is a great piece of of work. I mean, this game is fantastic. It's gonna be even more fantastic the further it goes along. The longer it's out, you know, once it starts getting its whatchamacallit, its DLC. Yeah. It's gonna be really, really cool. And but there's certain things like there's hair. The hair on some of the NPCs and stuff in this game, it is bugged out, and you know, you would think that they would get on fixing that. But you know what? Again, I'll say it again. You know, overall, this release has been amazing. This game is one of the best games of 2019. I'll go ahead and say it. It's only been out 2 days now. Today's the 17th. Yes, absolutely. I'm going to go hands down and say that this is a competitor for best game of 2019. What up, Sonny Jim? We don't have any water to give you or components, but I will give you all the food I have. You also need to shave at your nearest convenience. If I can do it, you can too. I'm just giving the guy a hard time. Nothing wrong with not shaving. All right. So there we go, guys. We did it. We got the control point secured, which is something that we needed to do. We answered the questions for the 400 sub giveaway. We got a room full of goodies here just waiting to be gotten. Fantastic. We also have, look at that, floating paint cans. Now, it's not every day that you see floating paint cans, so it's important that you notice them when you come across them. Because in Washington, D.C., the gravity is much lighter. And also, that's exactly why the politicians' brains don't work so well in D.C., because gravity is off. And, you know, anybody that stays here for too long, you'll start seeing floating paint cans and, you know, all kinds of stuff like that. But that's it for King Pigley today, guys. We're here. We're already at a safe area, so there's no point in going anywhere else. Thank you so much for being here with me today, guys. You're amazing human beings, as I always let you know. And I think that you are. And I'm never going to stop telling you that, so you might as well just get used to it. If you are new to the channel, you've been here this long, guys, hit that red button. Go ahead and just smash it in. Bite it. I don't care. Elbow strike it into submission. Whatever you have to do. Keep coming back and hanging out with me. I love having you guys come by and play some video games, have a good time. It's a good time for me. But like I said, I'm on the fence. This may be the last face cam video for a while, guys. I've been having a lot of technical issues with it since I got the Elgato. It's been lagging. It's been choppy. It's been a lot of problems. A lot of problems. So this very well may be the last one for a while. I'm still going to, of course, make videos. It's just going to be without a face cam. And until I can improve my computer, get a better computer, which may take the better part of a year, I may just do gaming without face cam. And that's just the way of it. I haven't made up my mind yet, but we'll see. If you have anything to say, questions, comments, concerns, anything about me using, whether if I go without a face cam, is that going to make a difference to you guys? You know, let me know in the comment section below. I'd like your opinion on it. But that's it for King Pigley today, guys. Thank you so much one more time for being here. I can't thank you enough. 400 subs is crazy. We're on the road now to 500 subs, and we can't wait to get there, because when we do, we're going to have the 500 sub giveaway of a $50 gift card to one winner, and then two $25 gift certificates to two runners-up. So I can't wait to get there. You know, hey, tell your friends. Help King Pigley get to 500 subs so I can give away that stuff to you guys. But that's it. I'm out of here, and I will see you guys in the next video. See you guys.